Howdy, y'all. I'm the Rational Moderate, and today we're going to be talking about a data center popping up near Denver, which is just terrible for everybody. It's going to siphon more power, more water, and it's going to pollute our air and water. It's going to take away jobs from people who desperately need it. And it's going to just the noise pollution, the air pollution, the light pollution. It's going to ruin so many things. I do believe AI is the future, but these AI data centers, I think they really truly got to be away from everybody, maybe in the middle of the desert where nobody has to deal with them. But man, let's get right into it and see how this is going to affect Denver City.
Community groups are planning to gather ahead of the meeting, calling for council to protect their communities. The mayor's office has said data centers are important for the economy, but regulation should be in place. Your reporter Brian Sherrod joins us now. And Brian, both sides involved say the biggest focus is on protecting our land and air.
I mean, hey, at least the mayor's got kind of a decent head on him. He's focusing on the land and air. I mean, that's what we really need, the water. We need to make sure nothing gets polluted. At the end of the day, this is going to take jobs away. There's not really any way we can get around that, any way we can deal with that. But hey, at least he's got somewhat of a head on him. He's focusing on things that are necessary. At the end of the day, there is going to be pollution to some extent with anything you do. And overall, especially in Denver, we do not need roving blackouts. We don't need any loss of power because that's going to be really problematic for hospitals. It's going to be really problematic for grocery stores. As an ex-grocery store manager myself, when the power goes out, your heart sinks in your chest. I mean, it's just a terrible experience.
And that's right, Michelle, especially when these data centers take massive amounts of power. And both sides are saying that they want to make sure with all the power that is needed, they don't pollute the air or the water. But also, they want to make sure with all this power that they don't cause any blackouts. So when I was going through that presser, I actually saw that in the meeting. Denver City Council is expected to vote on a one-year data center moratorium. Community members are asking council to make the moratorium more than a temporary pause. They're urging the city to write and pass a strong, enforceable data center ordinance that focuses on public health, water, air quality, utility affordability, grid reliability, civil liberties, and disproportionately impacted neighborhoods. They are requesting a full public disclosure of energy and water use with prevention to cost shifting to residents and ratepayers.
Now, honestly, I understand the need for power, but everybody around this country's a moron. They have just completely gone away from nuclear energy. Nuclear is the future. If people keep running away from nuclear power and nuclear energy, we're never going to get anywhere. It's the most affordable energy. It's the best for our nation. You know, the radiation has been proven to go down in a certain quantity of years. It's the waste is storable within a small location. We could easily power everybody's homes for such a drop in energy. Now, the energy companies don't want you to know that. They want to siphon more energy away from you and suckle it away. But hey, nuclear is the future, and we got to turn ourselves around. We got to go straight towards it.
These data centers are using these massive diesel generators that emit all these carcinogens, and the risk of blackouts and the consequences of that are massive.
Now, Mayor Mike Johnson said in a statement, quote, data centers are important to our economy, but there must also be clear regulations in place to ensure neighborhoods aren't disproportionately impacted and that we're protecting our air and water, end quote.
At the end of the day, that is the most important part. I don't think we're going to get away from completely rejecting these data centers, even though if we could bulldoze them, like Colorado's known for bulldozing buildings we don't love. Praise the killdozer. I mean, man, it's just you're not going to really get away from them at this point. I don't think we will, at least. But the best way we can mitigate that is limit their usage of water, energy, and limit their effectiveness. And at the end of the day, we also, for power, we just need to swap to nuclear energy. It's the future. It's the way of the future. Manhattan Island was just a bunch of pussies that are running away from something they didn't understand at the end of the day. It's a joke. Nuclear energy will make energy so much more affordable for us. It'll make everything go down because the cost of the cost of powering buildings and powering structures will just immediately decrease. It'll lower the cost of shipping overall by reduced energy expenditure. And at the end of the day, it's where we need to go. If you ever have the ability, vote for nuclear energy. Get away from these coal, this oil, all this crap. The oil tycoons are just robbing you point blank straight up. And yeah. This has been the Rational Moderate, and I hope you have a wonderful day.